Honorable Mahen, Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, Mr. Savan Singh Parmeswar, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance and Board Member of the Financial Services Commission, Ms. Lakshmi Apadu, Chairperson of the Financial Services Fund, Managing Committee, my good friend Ibad Pashawa from the Mauritius Finance, representatives of industry associations, members of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Good morning. Again, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you this morning at the FSC House in the context of this event, which actually, as my good friend mentioned, is a triple event where we will have first the award ceremony for the different competitions that have been organized by the Financial Services Fund, the launch of the FSF website, as well as the presentation of the FSF's new initiatives. So, ladies and gentlemen, we at the Commission, we have been stressing, reiterating that financial literacy is one of the pillars that enables sound financial services to exist in any country. The Financial Services Commission is mandated through the FSF to carry out financial literacy. And under its governing legislation, the Financial Services Act, the FSC is required to, I quote, promote public understanding of the financial system, including awareness of the benefits and risks associated with different kinds of investment, end of quote. And to take, again, I quote, take measures for the better protection of consumers of financial services, end of quote. The need to educate consumers of financial services is so important that a separate entity, namely the Financial Services Fund, the FSF as we commonly call it, has been established for this purpose. Without sound financial literacy, not only the end consumers, but also the operators would be bereft of quality financial services. Operators and consumers both now need to be educated in the complex world of financial services. And at the Commission, we believe that there are numerous channels to impart knowledge of the financial services, which, as I mentioned, are becoming more and more complex. We have a strong belief that the younger generation are the best to vehicle such values to the industry and help foster a culture of sound financial literacy. And this is the reason why the FSC has, over the years, relied on the young talents to come up with submissions in line with the relevant themes so as to foster a better understanding of financial services. The audience, in today's event, we will be rewarding the winners in different competitions organized by the FSF, namely the Creative Art Competition, the Mobile App Gaming Competition, and the Young Talent Competition. Through these different competitions, we undoubtedly hope to convey the key message to the general public and the youth, which perhaps 1,000 words would not be able to adequately describe. I personally had the opportunity to have a glimpse of some of the exquisite pieces of work in the different categories. And I must admit that all of you who have participated deserve an ovation for translating financial literacy into artistic and creative forms. Undoubtedly, there must be a few winners in each category, but it is essential to highlight that we were pleasantly surprised by the range of submissions which demonstrates the interest of the public in the financial literacy. It is therefore not surprising that while we have received these quality submissions, we are also very thankful to the coaches and teachers who have been able to guide these young talents. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to share that for this year's competition, we have had participation from more than 1,000 students for all three categories of the young talent competition and 50 participants for the creative arts and mobile app gaming competition. We are also very much satisfied that while we have not been able to hold the competitions in the full-fledged mode over the pandemic years, the interest of the general public and youth has not diminished by an iota. I believe that each and every one who has participated and has been shortlisted must be proud of their work, and FSC will make sure that the submissions and messages are shared to the public in one way or another. Dear audience, another channel of transmission of financial literacy is through interactive multimedia. And for that purpose, a website is deemed to be one of the best tools that we have today to interact and portray our message. That is why it is deemed very important that the FSF has its own website to manage and to vehicle its specific information, and also to be a notch closer to the public in its quest for uplifting the level of financial literacy in the country. I am also given to understand that once launched, this website will also host a number of social media interactions whereby the feel and comments of the public will be taken on board, shared and reacted to. And this initiative is also aligned with the OECD International Network on Financial Education perspective, which mentions that national strategy websites and web-based tools can become important references in their countries for the provision of financial information and tools, with the notable examples being Australia, Japan, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Singapore, Spain, Portugal and the UK. This is precisely what we want to achieve in Mauritius through our very own financial literacy website, and this is going to send a very strong message to the international community about the seriousness with which we consider financial literacy to be a concrete component of financial services. We believe that the development of the website will be another step towards a modern and financially literate public, which will go a long way towards inclusive financial literacy in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, you must be aware that the theme of this year, which is ending, was FinTech, and it has been an immense success in terms of outreach and interactions with the public. During the course of this year, the FSF unit participated in no less than 50 consumer outreach events, including a full-fledged financial literacy week organized in August in Rodrigues in August of this year. And ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to note, as already announced by Amit, that the next year's theme, which is be oriented along environment, social and governance, that is the ESG goals, will be, in my opinion, as exciting as the FinTech was. The journey will now begin. And during the course of today's events, I am given to understand that FSC will be coming up with the same theme in the pursuit of its financial literacy programs. The ESG also forms part of the FSC strategic plan, and I therefore commend the managing committee of the FSF for picking up this theme for next year's program and help the Commission achieve its strategic objectives. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, I wish the FSF a very successful program ahead, and I wish to congratulate all the award winners and participants for their achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taku. As pointed out earlier, we'll have the award ceremonies for the Creative Art mobile app, the mobile app gaming and the Young Talent competitions during today's event. So these competitions wouldn't have been complete without the able guidance of our esteemed jury members. On behalf of the jury team, I would like to invite Mr. Rajan Bala Permal, jury member for the Creative Art competition. Mr. Permal is lecturer and program manager at the Open University of Mauritius. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. The Honorable Mahen, Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, chairpersons, directors and members of the staff of the Financial Services Commission, Mauritius, and the Financial Services Fund, respected participants, distinguished members of the jury, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. A very good morning to you all. It is indeed my pleasure as member of the jury panel to be here at the awards ceremony and website launching event. I must say at the outset that all video submissions were evaluated by myself and also Mr. Gopalan Chilapemal, who is scriptwriter and filmmaker, and Mr. Adesh Bordwaj, creative director, Digital Guides. We were here to determine the winners of the award. And we took into consideration several criteria, such as the accuracy of information, message, the logical flow and clarity of structure, the photography, that is the visual composition, lighting, audiovisual effects, the sounds, editing, and also the emotional response and the overall quality of the video, that is the creativity and originality. Indeed, the panel had a difficult task at hand as submissions were of very good quality, as you mentioned, as mentioned the Chief Executive of the FSC. The winners, first, second, and third prize, were selected not only on the basis of technical criteria, as I mentioned, but also on the ability to transcribe the theme, artificial intelligence, its impact on the financial services sector effectively in a creative form. But this competition has demonstrated that short films, videos, and audiovisual modes of communication in general are efficient tools in raising awareness of financial issues and in stimulating action to promote financial concepts and financial literacy among the public. Please allow me, on behalf of the jury, to congratulate all the award winners, participants in the various competitive categories. I thank you all for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Permal. The contribution of responsible educators has also been tremendous to guide the students participating in the Young Talent competition. On behalf of these responsible educators and mentors, I would like to invite Mrs. Shaini Sigobin, economics educator at the Loreto College, Catalogne.
Monsieur le ministre, les officiels, mesdames et messieurs, je veux d'abord remercier le Financial Services Commission d'avoir maintenu la compétition pendant la pandémie. Et c'était totalement online, donc ce n'était pas évident pour nous de travailler en groupe par WhatsApp et le bye-bye online. Alors c'était un vrai défi. Et pour notre part, au Collège de Catalogne, on a l'habitude de participer. Mais cette année, il y a eu l'engouement, je pense, surtout à cause du sujet, l'artificial intelligence, qui intéresse les jeunes, bien sûr. Donc, Monsieur Taco venait de dire que c'est un domaine complexe, exactement. C'est que nous-mêmes, les profs d'économie, on ne saisit pas totalement. Alors, on avait invité un acteur du secteur pour venir expliquer le fonctionnement et le développement du secteur, ainsi que les enjeux pour nos élèves, pour qu'elles puissent s'orienter vers leurs études supérieures et leur carrière. Donc, c'est comme ça qu'on a bénéficié beaucoup. Et les plus jeunes étaient surtout captivés par les cryptocurrencies. Et elles ont fait des PowerPoint super que moi-même j'ai appris beaucoup de choses. Et je souhaite que cette compétition continue chaque année, parce que c'est à travers ces projets que vraiment les élèves vont apprendre, pas dans les manuels, apprendre les mécanismes, tout ça. Et en plus, c'est au programme scolaire. Merci.
Thank you, Mrs. Sigovin. Our first item for today's event is the unveiling of the Financial Services Fund's website. This website is poised to be an important tool to create awareness amongst the population on financial services and products, inform on consumer outreach events and financial literacy initiatives, while also being a repository of all the educational materials that are disseminated through audiovisual, social and print media. Ladies and gentlemen, let us watch a short video on the FSF website. Ladies and gentlemen, the Harmony website, which will be live as from today. Now I have the honor to invite the chief guest for today's event, Honorable Mahen Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, for the keynote address.
Thank you, Mr. Amit. Mr. Sawan Singh Pravesar, Current Secretary of my Ministry, Mr. Daneshwaran Thakur, the Chief Executive of the Financial Services Commission, Chairperson Mrs. Apadu of the Financial Services Fund and members of the Managing Committee of that, the FSF, Mr. Vinod Basova, Chief Operating Officer of the Mauritius Finance, my good friend, Mr. Vashish Ramkilawan, representative of the Insurance Association of Mauritius, members of the jury panel, valued headmasters, teachers and students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. I must say it is indeed a great pleasure for me to be here for the award ceremony of the Young Talent Competition, where we come together to celebrate the spirit of imagination and enterprise alive in our classrooms. A compelling theme brings us here this morning: the integration of financial technology in today's and tomorrow's world. government has a bold fintech agenda and has been putting in place countless measures and policies aimed at transforming Mauritius into the fintech hub of Africa. I'm happy to be here and see the extent of interest the subject has gathered in schools and colleges, as just mentioned by the chairperson of the jury panel and also Mrs. Sikobin representing the teachers. I'm happy to hear experiences from those people who have been directly involved in this project. So, ladies and gentlemen, there can be no better place for us to build the future of Mauritius than our schools. The minds of our younger ones is a playground of resourcefulness and creativity, chasing dreams and explorations. Breakthroughs in the technological world is not always rocket science. Innovation doesn't always and doesn't only happen in high-tech labs. Our classrooms are ideal to sow the seeds of innovative thinking which will drive tomorrow's economic growth and contribute to a prosperous Mauritius. I'm pleased to know that by the number of submissions received, that YTC's creative art and mobile app competitions have attracted a lot of attention. I take this opportunity to thank the FSF for efforts in such financial literacy initiatives. The objective of YTC is indeed financial literacy, and more so, it is laying the foundations and tracks for financial sector-led economic development. YTC is preparing our youth on this journey of financial services excellence, and I'm confident that by developing the tech quotient of our children, we are preparing them for a better future. From this perspective, the YTC is an excellent opportunity not only for the youth to gain meaningful exposure to the financial services sector as future consumers, but also better understanding on the financial services sector as an important and attractive place to work. I'm aware that our colleague, Mr. Daushad Gideon, will be speaking to you and shed some light on the Mauritius International Financial Center as an enabler of youth livelihoods. As Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, I would like to share with you that this sector has so much to offer in terms of employability and future professional prospects. Next year, the Ministry and the FSF are planning to be closer to our youth by organizing a series of events to help students embrace a career in the sector. We will be reaching out in a bigger way to our students in Mauritius and Rodrigues through various initiatives, including a financial literacy fair, a job fair, and a series of competitions. I'm sure the Mauritius Finance will be collaborating closely with this ministry to ensure that HSC and university graduates have access to timely information and job opportunities in the market. We have just seen the video showcasing the new website going live. I will invite you to stay tuned on the new FSF website for latest news on our future events. This new tool will help us ensure that our initiatives reach out to the population at large, as financial literacy is relevant to all segments of our population and at all levels. At each and every stage of life, from school years to active work life, through marriage and parenthood to retirement, we require various financial literacy competencies to make informed decisions. The new website is very user-friendly and aims to an important companion for the community to understand personal finances at every stage of life, to save better, to invest better, and ultimately to live better. Dear teachers, students, and parents, I'm pleased to announce that YTC has an interesting theme next year, as mentioned by the Chief Executive of the FSC, Sustainability in Finance. The theme of our financial literacy initiatives for 2023 will be on sustainable finance and the economic, social, rather than environmental, social, and governance considerations. Government, regulators, businesses, and individuals will all have a part to play in tackling the climatic crisis and other ESG considerations. We have a busy and ambitious agenda planned for 2023. We will be active in raising consciousness on ESG and take steps required to pursue a more sustainable journey to transform our sector, our economy, and our future. That reminds me of Mr. Modi's theme for as president of the G20. He said, one world, one family, and one future. We will be active, ladies and gentlemen. So let me again congratulate wholeheartedly all those who have participated in this particular project, and I would like to, of course, congratulate all those recipients of the award, and let us honor them and really congratulate them for their outstanding achievements, and above all, let them be inspirations to others. My respect and appreciation go to all those who have participated in the program and who for some reason or another may not have made it to finals. I understood the entries, but the entries were exceptional, and jury members had a tough time selecting finalists, as pointed out by Mr. Pemal. I would like to pay tribute, a warm tribute to all of you, and thank you for having taken time to participate, for your effort, and also for your team spirit. I would like to say that there are times in life when we are winners, and other times we allow others to win. In both circumstances, we win. There is much pleasure derived in rejoicing in the success of our friends. So to all participants, I would like to see the spirit of inquiry and creativity ignited in you always. Thank you to teachers, mentors, parents, family members, and friends for supporting participants in their endeavors. I extend my warm and sincere appreciation to the valued jury members for their time, their commitment, and I understand we greatly benefited from their diverse range of expertise and openness of mind. Young friends, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, I will not stand the way of the award ceremony, because this is why we are here today. So, before we turn the spotlight to the champions of the day, allow me to wish you and your family a joyful Christmas and an exciting, prosperous New Year ahead of us. With these words, I thank you all for your attention, for being here. So have a great day. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I will invite you to stay on stage. And I will also invite the Chief Executive of the FSC, Mr. Danshwan, to join us on stage. As you might be aware, a number of initiatives are currently ongoing to mark the 30 years of the Mauritius International Financial Center. So not later than last Friday, a new metro wrapping was launched in line with this commemoration. Our live artist, Mr. Shubham Hanuman, made a painting of the Metro Express train with the new wrapping, and I will invite the Chief Executive of the FSC to present this painting to the Honorable Minister. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you, Mr. Tapo, for doing the honors. Thank you, Minister. Our second item for today's event is the launching of the theme for next year's financial literacy campaign and initiatives, which is sustainable finance and ESG, which is the short form for economic, social, and governance considerations. Recognizing that sustainable finance and inclusive change, the government of Mauritius announced the development of a green finance framework in the 2020-2021 budget. This includes a regulatory and supervisory framework for the issuance of sustainable and green bonds, among others. So ESG investing has grown rapidly over the past decade. Climate change and ESG factors have come under increasing scrutiny from financial authorities, given the impact on financial stability, and policymakers are moving forward to strengthen practices with respect to sustainable finance and ESG in several ways. So in line with these developments, we'll proceed today with the launching of one of the key initiatives, which is the Sustainable Finance Challenge. I invite you to view a video on this theme. Thank you. Thank you. And as announced by the Honorable Minister, the Sustainable Finance Challenge will also be extended to the 2023 edition of the Young Talent Competition. The poster, which you're going to see on screen, will be disseminated to all the secondary institutions and also through the harmony.mu website. This is the poster that is going to go to all the schools and encourage students to participate in that Sustainable Finance Challenge for the YTC 2023. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, along with the FSC and the FSF, The Financial Services Institute, one of our partner institutions, will also be very much active in the coming year. May I have the pleasure to invite on stage Mr. Naushad Kaden from the FSI.
Honorable Mahen Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, Mr. Salwan Singh Parmesar, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance and Board Member of the FSC, Mr. Danishranat Thakur, Chief Executive of the Financial Services Commission, Mr. Vinod Basawa, Chief Operations Officer of Mauritius Finance, Mr. Vasheshwaram Kilawan, Secretary General of the Insurance Association of Mauritius, members of the Managing Committee of the Financial Services Fund, Lakshmi Padu, the chairperson, members of the jury panel, headmasters, teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I'm honored and pleased to be amongst you in the context of this award ceremony for the Young Talent Competition. On behalf of the Financial Services Institute, I wish to congratulate the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance and the Financial Services Fund for this noble initiative, which encourages participants to deepen their knowledge and understanding on themes of strategic importance to our financial services sector. Many participants in this room today are probably hearing about the Financial Services Institute. We are a specialized educational institution operating under the aegis of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance. Our aim is to continuously develop and provide specialized courses tailored for the young and seasoned professionals that constitute the workforce of the Mauritius International Financial Center. The growth of our financial center is a success story. For this success story to write its new chapter, it will require the involvement and dedication of the forthcoming generations of young professionals like yourselves. I think that when it comes to careers, we will all need to start somewhere. You have the opportunity to grow and forge a career in a truly global work environment that is at your doorstep. You will, over the next few years, benefit from plenty of career advice from your friends, from your parents, the friends, family friends, as you eventually reach a stage where you envision what you will do in the next few years and for the rest of your life as far as professional career is concerned. Well, as you transition towards that professional career, I feel it is perfectly normal for you to ask yourself, can I see myself working within this sector? At the initiative of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance, the Financial Services Institute is organizing a one-day course inviting all school leavers, university students and university graduates to come and learn about the Mauritius International Financial Center. I am convinced that you intend on making an informed decision on the prospect of joining our financial services sector. Through this one-day course, purposely scheduled at a time where you ponder on what are the next important steps in your life, we want you to have a feel of how our country serves investors from the rest of the planet. We want the next generation that will constitute the workforce of the Mauritius International Financial Center to understand why people choose Mauritius to undertake their desired business activities, and also understand what is it that our financial center has to offer. Allow me to reiterate, this is a free course. There is no commitment attached to it. We will offer a certificate of participation to all attendees. Fundamentally, by the end of this session, you're more likely to tell yourself, I can see myself in this sector. I can feel that my career will progress rapidly, and I can see myself achieve the professional objectives I had in mind. Naturally, upon coming up to this conclusion, you're also likely to ask yourself, So what are the bits of academic or technical knowledge that are required to prosper in my present situation? Well, let me assure you that the sustained efforts of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance and the relentless support of the Financial Services Commission, the Financial Services Institute will focus on your training and capacity building needs to provide you with the support and skills that will allow you to shine in the workplace. The Government of Mauritius recognizes the strategic role of the Financial Services Institute in developing the human capital of the Mauritius International Financial Centre. In line with the National Budget Speech 2022-2023, we will evolve into a higher educational institution and aim to play an even greater role in shaping the careers of young and seasoned professionals of our sector. Your participation in the Young Talent Competition emphasizes your interest in one of the most successful sectors of the Mauritian economy. On this note, I wish to congratulate all participants who took part in the Young Talent Competition and especially the award recipients. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Norshad. So now turning to the third item for today's event, which is the award ceremony for the competitions organized by the Financial Services Fund. The first set of awards concerns the creative art competition. The participants for this competition have produced a 90 seconds video on the theme Artificial Intelligence, its impact on the Financial Services Center. To do the honors, I would like to invite the Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, Honorable Mahen, on the stage, please. Okay, so we start with the second runner-up for this competition, who is Mr. William Philip. Mr. William Philip, for the deadline, wins the cash prize of 75,000 rupees. Mr. William Philip. Also, a certificate of participation. Thank you for representing Mr. William Philip. Certificate of participation. Thank you to the representative of Mr. William Philip for taking the prize on his behalf. The first runner-up for the creative art competition now, who is Mr. Something. The title is Fintech is Part of Our Life. Mr. Group is here. Wins a cash prize of 100,000 rupees and certificate of participation. Thank you, Mr. Guru. And now, the winner for this year's creative art competition is, on screen, Mr. Krishna Abadu. Who is here the title of his work? It's a cash prize of 150,000 rupees and a certificate of participation. Thank you, Mr. Badu. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for doing us the honors. We're going to see the video for the first prize, and in the interest of time, we're going to watch the other videos towards the end of today's event. So let's watch the winning video, Maurice Numérique, from Dream Art Academy, Mr. Krishna.
Ok, son, ok. Attends, on n'a pas payé le CV. J'avais fait faire ça. Je la deadline pour rendre ça film normal.
Correct.
Hein? Comment?
That makes sense. Do you want some juice?
No, I have my tea.
Bon, allez, préparez. Commencez.
Business as usual n'est plus existé. Nous sommes en train de vivre avec une nouvelle normalité. Une normalité que Maurice peut de plus en plus connectée.
Dans le pays de performance et qualité primée, il y a 16 ans qui restent et qui visent à innover. Toi.
Oui, toi, tu vas être une seule qui peut vous avec toutes sortes de qualités et évolutions digitales, qui écoute toi dans la case.
Pareil, dans l'entourage, c'est un retour de la société, c'est un retour de l'as.
Qui nous présente et c'est sur place à l'avenir. Covid financer les transformations digitales. Nous pouvons travailler dans la case online, prendre un cours online, acheter manger online. Nous faisons réinventer nos façons de vivre pour qu'ils nous capables de suivre. Suivre. Une des plus grandes évolutions qui peut dérouler dans l'histoire de l'humanité en entier.
Inséguez toi, au point de vous réagir. Est-ce qu'il te faut adopter changement? Tu voulais changement adopter toi.
Si c'est bien la banque, l'assurance, société d'investissement et tout bien les autres acteurs dans le domaine financier dépendent de nos propres capacités pour transformer. D'ailleurs, dans le dernier budget, nous venons apprendre qu'il faut une mesure pour faciliter l'opération de la banque et le paiement, et même un laboratoire fintech pour encourager les entrepreneurs. Nous ont dit, nous propres contre la banque finit une application mobile que nous sommes capables facilement faire tout ce qui est essentiel.
Pour l'assurance en D3 clics, nous avons connaître qui formule nous apprend et combien nous a payé.
Dans le monde d'investissement, il y a encore plus beaucoup d'opportunités. Par exemple, cryptocurrency ou la monnaie numérique finit une réalité. Appuyez les réseaux sociaux, Facebook, Instagram, qui battent l'institution financière et battent small business des services.
Pour qu'il me rapproche moi encore plus avec mon clientèle à travers photos, vidéos et autres formes de communication.
Vous finissez par un message bien important. Malgré un Maurice numérique qui finit transformer et qui peut continuer à évoluer, il y a des affaires qui ne peuvent pas digitaliser. Des affaires qui peuvent plus valeur à aller. Créativité, l'imagination, l'intuition et l'émotion, mais un reste prioritaire d'un univers technologique qui peut bouger sans aller. Alors, pas oublier arrêter parfois et apprécier un petit moment spécial qu'il a donné.
That was Maurice Numérique, the winning video for this year's Creative Art competition. Now moving to the second set of awards for the mobile app gaming competition. To do the honors, I would like to invite Mr. Sawan Singh Parmisa, board member of the FSC and permanent secretary at the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance. So the participants for this competition had to present a concept for a mobile app game on financial literacy, which can ultimately be developed for the FSF's use. So the second runner-up for the mobile app gaming competition, which is coming to get on screen, Mr. Ahmed Hamdan, active learning. So the concept goes thus. So the team active learning wins the prize of 75,000 beats and certificate of participation. Thank you, Mr. Ramjan. Now we're going to discover the first runner-up for the mobile app gaming competition on screen, who is Mr. Jonathan Marie for the concept prize, Mr. Jonathan Marie. And the winner for the mobile app gaming competition this year is for the title Digital Wallet Financial Request Tool and Personal Financial App. Wins a prize of 150,000 rupees and the certificate of participation. Thank you, Mr. Parmesan, for doing the honors, and Mr. Rabil Madam-Lucas. So now we are going to move to the other set of rewards for today, which is for the Young Talent Competition, which is addressed to secondary school students. And to do the honors, I would like to invite the Chief Executive of the FSC, Mr. Danishwar Thakur, to give the prizes for Category 1, which was an art competition where students of grades 7 to 9 had to submit drawings or a creative presentation in the form of a 3D model, maquette, or paper using recycled materials, amongst others. We put lots of emphasis on that for the competition, on the theme of artificial intelligence, its impact on the financial services sector. So the first runner-up for the Young Talent Art Competition this year is Ania Chotoy, Chloe Kushuchan, and Harini Paliani from Pamplemousse FSC. Inviting you to join us on stage, please. You have your responsible educator or rector with you. No? That's the problem. Ah, yes, we have the responsible educator who is here. So they win a prize of 20,000 rupees each. And of course the certificate of participation. Presented by our Chief Executive. Thank you to Team Pamplemousse SSS for being the runner-up as well for the Category 1 art competition this year for the YTC. Thank you, Chief Executive, for doing the honors, and thank you to the team as well. Thank you, C, for doing the honors. Now moving to Category 2 of the YTC, which was the thematic presentation competition. As you know, we everything by online mode. Yeah. The students of grade 10 and 11 had to make a slide presentation of not more than 3 minutes related to the main theme of artificial intelligence and its impact on the financial services sector. To do the honors, I would like to invite Mr. Vinod Basawa, CEO of Gross Finance, to join us on stage. So, the first run-up is the product. There is one prize which we didn't give, is for the art competition first prize. Sorry about that. Is Miss Damini Chamrou, okay, for Professor Basde Bissundayal College Girls. Please, for the art competition. Can you present our Damini Chamrou is here for the art competition. So I think we played it. So it's not problem that you are going to stay here, Mr. Basawa, for the other prizes. So runner-up for Category 2 thematic presentation competition, Loreto College 4 Born. Jennifer Logan Elsa Zandu, represented by the responsible educator, Sigobin. So they win a prize of 20,000 rupees each and a certificate of participation. Thank you, Mrs. Sigobin. And the winner for Category 2 Young Talent Thematic Presentation Competition is Ravi Secondary School, Yuswan Rao Baros, Yanis Prayan, and Navneet Amsaran. I think we couldn't make it today, so we are going to give the prizes later on to them. So thank you, Mr. Basawa, for doing the honors. Category 3 now of the Young Talent competition was the essay competition, where students of grades 12 and 13 have to write an essay on the main theme of artificial intelligence and its impact on the financial services sector. Finalists were then called for a viva voce presentation of their essays. To do the honors for Category 3 of the White Essay competition, I would like to invite Mr. Vashish Ramkelawan, Secretary General of the Insurance Association of Mauritius. The runner for this competition, Young Free Elizabeth College, Sania Somobu, Tarini Konai, Mohammed Jihan, with a responsible educator. So they win prize of 20,000 rupees each and the certificate of participation. Congratulations to the team from Queen Elizabeth College. Thank you for participating in this year's competition as well. So the winner for Category 3 Essay competition, Roulement de Tambour, we're going to see it here together, is Royal College Cupid. Royal College Cupid presented by Yirik Sikura, Yann Digabor, Kopesh Devi. Congratulations to Royal College Cupid and their responsible educator as well for being with them today. They win a prize of 30,000 rupees each. And the certificate of participation. And also the challenge trophy, right? For the winners of the competition. Thank you, and congratulations once again to Royal College Cupid for being the winners of this year's essay, and we also pointed out that there was a viva voce which was done for the finalists through virtual mode. As you know, we had COVID, and so we had to do everything by virtual mode as well, right? So this is the end of this part on the award ceremony. So before we end, as promised, we are going to view the videos for the second and first runners for the creative art category together.
Oui, pizza là, super.
Qu'il n'arrive bien pour aller. Le temps passe bien vite.
Oui, mon petit fille. Le temps passe bien vite. Nous retournons à la maison, Esther.
Attends, me demande l'addition.
Tout ça fait une facile, Esther. Puis nous pouvons mettre la clé, payer avec portable. On manque ça les temps là. Comme je suis encore payé avec pied et la monnaie.
Quand père, bien avec la monnaie, tout aussi dans misé Esther. Raconte-moi, écoute, comment tu peux servir d'argent à telle époque?
Longtemps, nous sommes dans la banque avec une cornée pour retirer l'argent. Après, quand la technologie a avancé, tout a changé. Petit à petit, on a retiré l'argent. Presque tout mon paiement, c'est de faire par carte. Quand Internet est venu rapide, on commence à Internet banking. Service bancaire est plus rapide. Et l'argent, il a resté à lui-même. Presque tout va dans la banque est fermé. Comme la banque s'est fermée, ça joue là pour la vie changée.
Grand-père, qui fait du scandale dans la banque comme ça, toi, hein?
Parce que ton grand-mère, c'est le travail là-bas.
So these were the videos for the first and second runners-up for the Creative Art competition. We congratulate all the award winners and participants and wish you well in your future endeavors. So we have reached the end of today's event. We thank everyone for your participation today. And just to inform our guests and participants that they can collect their certificates of participation and tokens. And also we have some refreshments in the lobby. Thank you everyone for making it to today's event. We wish you a nice day and also a very joyful festive season ahead. Thank you.